Welcome back, everybody. So there is my Thieves Guild, all finished. And today we're just going to wrap up a few things here around the city, just to get everything all finished up. And then we should be all done with the Ocean City. So to start with, I'm going to go over here, and we are going to put in another dock and ship. I think in the last episode I mentioned I want to put in a dock here because the Thieves Guild has this secret entrance nearby. So I thought that would be good to have a dock because I think the entrance is like here or something. So it'd be good to have a dock over here so we can put a ship here and sneak things on board. So we are going to build that today and then start working on the ship. And then we got a couple other minor things that I need to do around the city. And with that, we have a ship finally built. Not one of the sailing ships like we have over there. This is, I guess, gas or magic propelled or something like that. We have the main deck here, a little work area off to the front. And then these doors here will let you down into the cargo below if you need to get there. And then down here on these levels, I've got 4 identical rooms, really, just for sleeping quarters. I guess this would be the crew, or maybe passengers would sleep here. Then we got the 2 around the back. Same rooms. Very minimal. And then if we head on up, this first deck got some workstations here and there. And then this is like where the captain's quarters are. He's got his main desk here. And got beds and stuff over on this side. In the end, if we head on up, this is where the cabin, the main crew controls the ship. So the captain would sit here, get a good view over everything. And then you got the pilots sitting up in the front. So let's head on down below decks. So if you go down here, this is where the main cargo storage area is. There's more cargo down below if you need it. And then if you go down, if we go in here, got another deck of cargo. And then we have this room back here just for workstation and a little bed and that kind of stuff. Got this cart that hauls stuff back and forth. And we have this. Now, since this is loosely tied to the Thieves Guild, I thought it'd be good to have a hidden cargo compartment. So I've got this switch here. You flick this switch. Once you flick the switch, it opens this door way up here. And this is where all your secret cargo goes that you don't want the inspectors to see. And then it actually leads way down here to the very bottom of the ship where you can actually store more stuff. But on the surface, you've just got these two levels here, and no one knows that there is a cargo hold hidden in there, unless you see the switch there. But it's just looks like a wall right there. And unless you're counting carefully, you don't realize it. So that is our last ship we have for this area. Next up, I've got one more thing I need to do, and then I will be done with this whole island. It took quite a while. A few years, in fact, but I'm finally done. So let's head off. I wanted to do one more thing, and then we'll be done. So if you remember, I have an underground transit system built into the city, so we can get from one ring to the other all the way through. The only thing it wasn't doing is it was all manual. So what I wanted to do is sort of automate the process. So at one of the transit stations here, and I've dug out a hole. So I've got this rail set up here. So there's an activator, which redstone will go on when the minecart hits it. And then this powered rail here, which will turn off when the activator goes on. Hold the minecart, and then I have a timer underground. We'll go down and take care of that. So we have a very simple, just a comparator delay or decay timer here. So when the rail hits the activator, it goes on, which will turn off the redstone there. And then eventually it'll die down. Redstone will go back on, and you will go back on your way down to the next station. So it comes in pretty handy now. So all you have to do is get on here, go for a ride. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I had to turn off that sound. But now you can just sit on here, go for a ride, and it takes you from every different station across the city. And actually what I really wanted this for, so you could actually sit AFK in this minecart, and it'll load chunks all around the city and keep all the farms going. So all the farms will keep growing, so you don't have, because if you stand in one spot, like on one side of the city, the other side of the city isn't loaded. So I think this would kind of evenly distribute the load and keep everything going. And you could just get in here, set it, go to work, come back, and your farms would be populated and stuff. It did take a little bit of work to get the correct timing on here. So I've got about 10 or 12 seconds, I think, in between, because it was a little too quick. But I want enough time so you can get on there, jump off, and get back on. I think if I let just the minecart go, there's enough redstone powered rail. I had to use a bunch of redstone and a lot of gold. But I replaced most of the rail in here with powered rail, you can see. So I think the minecart will run on its own back and forth if I just let it. Although it may get stuck because it's going to go through a chunk which isn't loaded, so it's not going to show up. Because the whole city is not loaded all the time because it's just too big. But this at least allows me to do my AFK stuff, although this will probably be the last time I'm over at the city. Except for the tour, which we'll do in the next episode. Because I want to give you a whole tour of the whole place. Since it has been a few years, most people are probably not aware of everything that's in the city. It's been a long build, but it's finally done. So next up I can just start, I think I'm just going to go do a little walkabout, some exploring, see what I can find. Switch over to the 119.1. Or just 119, I think. Just so I can see if I can get a swamp. And there is a deep dark there, which I'm not quite sure how to find unless you just go underground and just start snooping around. So I may just have to be digging around underground for a while. But I have a couple unloaded sections in the world, and then I think I can just head west, I believe, would be the direction. I think I've got a lot of unloaded chunks in the westerly direction all the way towards my Salvation Island down there. I think if I just head that way I can eventually find something. But I will have to do a little research on that deep dark. I don't know if there's something on, like for the lush biomes, you can see them from up top because you've got the azalea trees growing up top, but I'm not sure if there is a way to get to the deep dark unless you just dig around. Maybe they need to add like a wayfinder or something. Kind of, with end portals, you toss your ender eye and follow that around. But we could be digging underground for a while or just snooping. But I think that will be it for today. Really, really, really short episode. Oh, one thing I do want to do, I want to actually, and that's going to take forever, I want to actually put in a bottom on the city. I've noticed that just riding around in the minecart here, the bottom looks pretty ugly. So I think maybe Enderman. I'm going to do, maybe just put in a bunch of blocks or something just to finish off the bottom. But I'll do that in my spare time sometime. You won't be able to see that, but just know that eventually the bottom of this city is going to be probably all stone or diorite, just one continuous flat surface. Because it looks a little weird from here because I just sort of put in whatever I needed. I think I'm going to flatten it all out. That was part of my original plan. So I think I will have to do that someday. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching. My voice is starting to go, my allergies are kicking in, so it's getting a little harder to talk and maintain my vocal prowess. But until next time, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.